Some nights faith feels small. There were nights my heart was shaking, like a candle in the wind. Every prayer felt like a whisper, lost among my sins. I kept walking through the silence with no answers from above. But somewhere in that darkness, I could still feel your love. Even when my voice was breaking, you were listening somehow. 'Cause a little faith is enough to carry me through the night. When the road is long and lonely, and I cannot see the light, even when my hands are trembling and my soul is feeling rough, I keep holding on to heaven. 'Cause a little faith is enough. I have stumbled in the valley, I have wandered far from grace, but the mercy in your presence never left my place. Every tear became a lesson, every fall a guiding hand, and the faith I thought was fading was the strength that helped me stand. Through the thunder and the silence, through the questions in my soul, 'cause a little faith is enough to carry me through the night. When the road is long and lonely, and I cannot see the light, even when my hands are trembling and my soul is feeling rough, I keep holding on to heaven. 'Cause a little faith is enough. Maybe faith is just a spark burning quietly inside, and when the darkness tries to claim us, it becomes our only guide. Yes, a little faith is enough. When the storm begins to rise, when the tears fall like the rain, and the fear is in my eyes. Even broken hearts can sing when they trust the one above, and the smallest seed of faith is more than strong enough. A little faith is enough.
Hear that desert wind tonight. Dust was rising from the highway. Underneath the fading sun, every mile felt like a question about the man that I'd become. I had walked through years of silence with a heart too tired to fight, till the desert wind kept whispering, there's still mercy in the night. And the sky was wide and endless, like the grace I couldn't see. So I sent a prayer into the desert wind, let it rise above the sand, hoping heaven might be listening to a broken, wandering man. And the wind kept softly singing through the valley of my soul, that the God I thought had left me was the God who brought me home. Every step across the desert, every tear I tried to hide, every road that nearly broke me, had your mercy walking by. I was searching for a mountain, for a sign to make me stay, but the answer came in silence on that lonely desert way, like a voice inside the wind, calling softly through the night. So I sent a prayer into the desert wind, let it rise above the sand, hoping heaven might be listening to a broken, wandering man. And the wind kept softly singing through the valley of my soul, that the God I thought had left me was the God who brought me home. Maybe faith is just a whisper traveling across the land, and the grace I thought I'd lost forever was written in the sand. Now my prayer my prayer in the desert wind. When the night grows quiet and the road feels far away, there was a candle in the window of a house along the road, a little flame against the darkness where the cold night wind had blown. I've been walking through the silence with a heart too tired to fight. Every step felt like a question in the middle of the night. Then that small light in the distance caught my wandering eyes. Like a candle in the dark, your love keeps shining through. When the world feels cold and empty, Lord, it leads my heart to you. Through the storm and through the sorrow, through the nights I lost my way, that little flame of mercy guided me today. All the roads I've walked in trouble, all the tears I tried to hide, every burden on my shoulders, every shadow deep inside. But that light kept softly glowing like a promise in the night, saying, child, just keep on walking till you reach the morning light. And the hope I thought I'd buried started breathing once again. Like a candle in the dark, your love keeps shining through. When the world feels cold and empty, Lord, it leads my heart to you. Through the storm and through the sorrow, through the nights I lost my way, that little flame of mercy guided me today. Even the smallest fire can light a broken soul, and the grace I thought was gone was there to make me whole. Like a candle in the dark, your mercy lights the way. Every road that once was lonely now feels brighter than the day. And the man who walked in darkness with a heart too blind to see found the light of heaven shining right where he was meant to candle in the dark was enough to set me free. I never thought I'd come back here again. There's an old white church at the end of the road, where the paint is cracked with time. I used to run past those wooden steps when the world was on my mind. But tonight the wind feels different, and the sky hangs low and gray. So I walked up that quiet pathway like a child who lost his way. My hands were shaking slowly as I reached for that old door. At the old church door, I stood alone with the weight of years and sin. But the moment that I pushed it open, I felt forgiveness rushing in. Every tear I've tried to hide fell down to that wooden floor, and the grace I thought I'd lost forever was waiting by that old church door. The pews were worn and empty, and the candle burned so low. But the silence felt like heaven, more than anything I know. Every prayer I never finished, every road that led me wrong, echoed softly through the chapel like a half-remembered song. Then I dropped down to my knees, right there on the floor. At the old church door, I found my peace, where my wandering heart could rest. All the shame I carried through the years fell slowly from my chest, and the voice I thought I'd lost forever spoke gentle to my soul, saying, "Child, I've always loved you, even when you lost control." Now the night don't feel so heavy, and the road don't seem so long. has been with me all along. At the old church door, my blues were gone, like the rain after a storm. And the broken man who walked inside came out a soul reborn. So if your heart feels lost tonight, and your hope feels far from shore, there's mercy waiting quietly behind that old church door. Behind that old church door.
Another night, another prayer. I was walking through a cold, dark valley with a burden on my soul. Every mile felt a little heavier, every prayer harder to hold. The wind kept whispering down in my ear, saying hope had lost its way. But somewhere deep in the silence, I heard heaven softly say, child, don't lose your faith tonight. I'm closer than you know. Right where the blues meet grace, your mercy found my broken place. When the night was cold and long, you turned my cry into a song. Right where the blues meet grace, you lifted tears from my face, and in the shadow of my pain, your love called out my name. I've seen storms roll through my life like thunder across the plains. I've watched dreams fall like rain through seasons filled with pain. But every time I nearly stumble, every time I almost fell, your gentle hand kept reaching, pulling me out of hell. Even when the road gets rough, your love won't let me go. Right where the blues meet grace, your mercy found my broken place. When the night was cold and long, you turned my cry into a song. Right where the blues meet grace, you lifted tears from my face, and in the shadow of my name. Now I know the darkest nights can lead to brighter days. Every tear becomes a prayer when a weary soul still prays. So I'll keep walking this old road with faith to light my way, 'cause the God who saved my heart still hears me when I pray. Right where the blues meet grace, I found your warm embrace, and every scar inside my soul reminds me you made me whole. Right where the blues meet grace, my heart will sing your praise. Through every storm and every trial, your love will stay a while. Oh Lord, right where the blues meet grace, that's where you found me. Oh Lord, hear my prayer tonight. Yeah. The road feels heavy under my feet, dark clouds hanging over me. I've been walking through the valley where the light is hard to see. Every door seems to close, every answer feels delayed, but I still whisper your name in the silence where I pray. Lord, I'm tired, but I still believe your mercy is waiting on the other side of me. So I kneel down in the midnight hour with tears falling like the rain. Lord, hold my broken spirit, take away this pain. When my strength is almost gone and my faith feels weak and small, I will call your holy name. Lord, don't let me fall. I've been fighting storms inside, trying hard to stand my ground, but every time I lose my way, your grace comes pulling me around. Through the sorrow and the doubt, through the questions in my soul, your quiet voice reminds me you're the one who's in control. So I kneel down in the midnight hour with tears falling like the rain. Lord, hold my broken spirit, this pain. When my strength is almost gone and my faith feels weak and small, I will call your holy name. Lord, don't let me fall. Even in the darkest night, your light still finds my heart. And when the world is falling apart, your love is where I start. I may bend, but I won't break, 'cause your hand is holding mine. Every prayer I cry to heaven, Lord, I know you hear in time. So I'll sing through every struggle and pray through every fear, 'cause the God who walks beside me has always been right here. When the night is long and cold and the road feels far away, I will trust your saving grace and keep praying every day.
Before the music started, I could already hear the choir humming. I walked in tired and broken, with shadows in my chest. Every road I tried to travel never gave my spirit rest. But the choir started singing like a river through the room, and every note felt like a light breaking through the gloom. Then my heart began to open like a window to the sky, and the choir found you right where I fell, singing mercy louder than the stories I could tell. Mercy found you. Oh, mercy found you. Every voice was rising higher, like the dawn above the night, and the grace I thought I'd lost was standing in the light. Yes, the choir found me right where I fell, singing mercy
tonight. Rain falling on this empty road, thunder rolling through the sky. Every step felt like a question, every breath another try. I was walking through the darkness with no place left to go, till a small light in the distance started softly glowing low, like a whisper through the thunder, calling out my name. You were the lantern in my storm, when the night was cold and wild. Through the lightning and the sorrow, you were guiding this lost child. Every road that tried to break me, every tear that fell before, could not hide that shining lantern, leading me forevermore. I remember all the miles where my hope was almost gone, but that little flame kept burning, even when the night was long. Even storms can't hide the light heaven sends to lead us home. You were the lantern in my storm, through the darkness and the rain, and the man who once was wandering found his way again. Some nights faith feels quiet. I remember all those evenings when the sky was turning gray, and my prayers were barely breathing like the words had lost their way. I was searching for a fire, for a sign that I was heard. But the faith I had inside me was just softer than a word, like a whisper in the darkness. Barely strong enough to stand. When my faith was only a whisper, you were listening somehow. Every silent prayer I carried was reaching heaven. Even now, even when my heart was breaking, even when my hope was thin, that quiet little whisper was enough to bring you in. I was looking for the thunder, for a miracle to see. But the grace I needed most was already here with me. Sometimes faith is just a breath that refuses to give in. When my faith was only a whisper, your love was still the same. And the quiet prayer I offered still carried heaven's name. Faith was only a whisper.
I remember the sound of those chains, like a weight I couldn't hide. Every step a heavy echo of the man I was inside.
I had walked through years of darkness with a heart too tired to pray. Every road behind my footsteps led me farther from the way. But the night grew strangely silent, and the wind began to change. That was when the chains fell quiet. One by one they slipped away. Every burden on my shoulders faded with the light of day, and the freedom I was longing for was closer than I knew. When the chains fell quiet, I finally walked with you. I remember all the failures, all the nights I couldn't stand, every promise I had broken, every dream that left my hand. But the mercy in your presence did what I could never do, and the walls I built around me slowly opened into truth, like a prison door forgotten, swinging softly in the rain. That was when the chains fell quiet. One by one they slipped away. Every scar I thought would hold me lost its power on that day, and the road that once was heavy felt lighter than before. When the chains fell quiet, my soul was bound no more. Now the wind sinks through the valley where my fears once used to live, and the grace I thought I'd never find was the grace you came to give. Yes, the chains fell quiet, slowly, like a whisper in the night, and the man who walked in darkness finally saw the light. Now the steps I take are freer than the ones I knew before. When the chains fell quiet, I am bound no more. The chains fell quiet. Distant train whistle echoed through the night. The station lights were fading, and the platform stood alone. I thought I missed the last train back to the place called home. Every mile I traveled felt like something left behind, but the tracks kept softly singing through the corners of my mind. There's a last train of mercy rolling through the night, and every soul that's weary still can catch that light. Every mile behind that whistle carries hope along, and the road to grace keeps running like an endless song. I had waited in the shadows, thinking hope was gone, but the sound across the valley was a quiet mercy song. Steel rails in the moonlight shine like silver lines, leading every broken traveler through the hands of time. Now the engine keeps on rolling through the darkness of the plain, and the rhythm of its wheels sounds like freedom in the rain. Sometimes the last train waiting is the one we fear to see. The last train of mercy finally came for me. And the whistle fades slowly into the morning light. This old guitar has a story to tell tonight. It's been leaning by the doorway since the summer long ago. Every scratch upon the wood has a memory I know. I have played it in the midnight, I have played it in the rain. Every chord became a witness to the sorrow and the pain. But somewhere in the music there was mercy in the sound. This old guitar keeps singing about the grace I've known. Every blues note tells a story
like a prayer inside a song, 'cause the love I thought was missing was beside me all along. I remember empty highways where the stars were all I saw, and the rhythm of those miles sounded like a holy call. Every town I passed through, every door I left behind, still the song inside this guitar kept on calling through my mind. Now the strings are softly humming with a peace I can't explain, like the sound of quiet mercy after years of hidden pain. Sometimes faith is just a melody you keep playing through the night. This old guitar keeps singing, and my soul is singing too. Every broken road behind me, led my wandering heart to you. One more chord before the night is through.
The stars were hanging above the old chapel tonight. I walked the road in silence, with the dust upon my shoes. Every mile behind my footsteps carried stories I couldn't lose. The chapel stood there waiting, like it always used to do. And the sky above the steeple looked wide enough for truth. Under the stars above the chapel, I whispered every prayer, and the God I thought was distant was already standing there. Every doubt I used to carry fell like shadows in the night, when the mercy of the heaven turned the darkness into light. I remembered every promise I had tried to leave behind,
but the wind around that chapel sang forgiveness through my mind. Sometimes heaven feels so quiet, but it hears the smallest cry. Under the stars above the chapel, I found peace beneath the sky. And the love I thought I'd lost was never really far away. The stars kept shining, and my heart kept praying.